All right, now Amazon. Who loves Amazon? I love Amazon. Amazon is amazing. Amazon Prime is so worth the $99 a year to be able to get practically anything in the world within 2 days. I love Amazon. Why did I just extol the virtues for Amazon? Well, I'm kind of wanting it to be put on tape that I am pro-Amazon because I believe that Amazon is taking over the world and that in 10 to 15 years, Amazon will own everything. Case in point, most recently, an article in the Mirror, here in, of course, good old London, England, was just talking about this. And they were saying that, well, the question is, and this is by Nick Webster, and this was published about 11 days ago, so it's a little older, but still I think holds water because this was a very big move that Amazon made. Is Amazon taking over the world? The internet giant wants to be the everything store, and it's on its way. As Amazon announced it was buying Whole Foods for £11 billion and looks to set its sights on the grocery market, there are worries it could become too powerful. Okay. Now, we do have such things as antitrust laws that were established in the early 1900s when the railroads came to power. And basically, the laws say if you're going to have a free market society, you cannot have one company basically take over everything. Yes, you can diversify, you can do all these different things as far as companies go. You can put your money in, like, for example, Philip Morris. Cigarettes, not very popular right now. I mean, everybody smokes them, and yeah, they're a good business, but, you know, there's a lot of bad press about them. They just had to pay billions of dollars in litigation and fees and whatnot, so what does Philip Morris do? Philip Morris decides to buy Kraft. And every time I make my children macaroni and cheese, I have to look at that box and think, you know, the same company is making coffin nails. Now I feed my children their macaroni and cheese. Very interesting. So companies can diversify, but in a monopoly, it's basically you've taken over everything. And you're forcing the public to buy from you. From you. 100% from you. You have no choice, and therefore, that company, if you don't have a choice, they can raise their prices 200%. You have to buy because that's it. You know, and it could honestly send a free market economy into catastrophe. So that is why monopolies are a bad thing. Now, Amazon, They're another story, man. The article goes, to its fans, Amazon has spearheaded a retail revolution, ensuring virtually anything you could ever want is a few mouse clicks away. To its critics, the U.S. cyber giant sums up what is bad about big business, amid claims that its rapid growth has contributed a trail of destruction on the high street. Amazon triggered shockwaves last week when it announced a near $11 billion, about $13 billion deal to buy upmarket grocery chain Whole Foods. Now, Whole Foods was in bad shape. Whole Foods was in terrible shape. They were closing stores all over the United States. Because the United States is funny. As a whole, we want organic produce. We want salmon. We want rice that's only grown in certain places. We want all of these things. We want plants that don't have any pesticides. We want our lettuce not to have any pesticides on it. We want everything to be clean, everything to be organic, just as if you grew it in your backyard. We want to be able to drive down and pick fruit that way. However, the cost to have fruit that is pesticide-free, that is completely devoid of any human interaction, really, there's cost to that, surprisingly, because it's just more rare and there's not as much there. But there's a premium for organic produce. And even though people were screaming for organic produce, and Whole Foods, you would think, with this health revolution in America, would be thriving. No. Because the prices and the business model were not the way Americans like to do things. The prices were high, and basically at Whole Foods, there's nobody to help. There's no real staff of any kind. Not very helpful people, at least in my experiences going to Whole Foods. I'd rather go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is a quirky little supermarket chain out here. I don't know if they have them across the country, but yeah, they're really cool. They're really super cool. So a couple comments from the chat. Apocalypse writes, Amazon needs Alibaba and JD to compete. Well, yeah, that's true. Alibaba is huge. Alibaba is, I mean, you want to talk about, it's like Amazon is the regular internet, Alibaba's the dark web. I mean, they're just enormous. Kim Carney, aka Chicks Rock, writes, I love Amazon. I'm making money with their affiliate program. That's another thing, is that Amazon just seems to have it all figured out. They have affiliate programs. They have anything you could want within a couple of days, and they're making money hand over fist. And we're going to find out how Kim makes her money there, because Apocalypse just asked her how she does it. So we might have a story of revolution here. Maybe Apocalypse will start making money on Amazon. And Rachel, aka the Snarky of Oz, writes, I don't know, I don't even have an Amazon account. There are a lot of those folks around the world, or actually around the United States, we'll talk about specifically, that kind of turn off to some of the technological advances, and then there are people who are all about it. So, me, I like Amazon for some things, but for other things, I'll go to Target or Walmart. I went to Walmart this afternoon, had a great time. That place is amazing. And people will complain it knocks out the mom and pop stores, but that is what free enterprise is all about, isn't it? If you're a mom and pop store, you have the ability to make a mom and pop store. You have the ability to build a mom and pop store. You have the freedom to make this little corner liquor store. But when a Walmart gets parked by you, you're fucked. That's free enterprise. Now, Kim says, I don't sell on there. I have a few websites with product reviews and links to the products. When someone buys a product using my Amazon link, even if they don't get the specific product I reviewed, I get a commission. Now that is cool. That is cool. That might be the way of making money. The affiliate programs. As a matter of fact, Kim's got to help me with that. I think I'm going to get a link on my website once I get it up, therirshow.com. It's all under construction right now, and I just haven't had any time to really get on there and do it. Doing the whole website myself, but yeah, that might be something. Put some links on there. All right. The boost to the share price took founder Jeff Bezos one step closer, and this is about Amazon buying Whole Foods, one step closer to becoming the world's richest man. Yet for his firm, it was less about the takeover itself, but what it could herald. Whole Foods, which specializes in organic ranges, has 460 stores worldwide, including 9 in the UK. And shares in Tesco and Sainsbury slumped amid speculation Amazon would use stores to launch a new assault on the grocery market. Tesco and Sainsbury's are grocery stores in the UK, similar to Ralph's and Pavilions and Bonds here. Or, I don't know what they have back east, Winn-Dixie. Similar to that. And that in turn brings Bezos' vision of his behemoth becoming the everything store, selling pretty much everything within reach. Is that a bad thing, though? Is that really a bad thing? I mean, if you think about it, it does take the niche market out of things, but in another way, it's a win for the consumer. Yet you have to also think of the jobs that are lost. Many different sides to this. So, it is 22 years since Jeff Bezos launched Amazon from the garage of his rented home in Seattle using 7,800 pounds of his own money. The first 2 desks it used were fashioned from doors made from a DIY store to save money. In a nod to its past, Amazon's boardroom now is said to be made from half a dozen door desks. Amazon famously started selling books online. Early board meetings, ironically, took place inside a U.S. bookshop chain called Barnes & Noble. The firm, the website was nearly called Cadabra, survived the internet.com bubble bursting in 2000, and since then has become a retail superpower. In the U.S., it is virtually seen as the fourth utility after water, gas, and electricity, is Amazon. And we have a listener here who doesn't even have an Amazon account. So that's pretty funny. So, reports say that more than half of the U.S. households subscribe to its Prime service, which offers super fast deliveries and extras like video and music. A UK spokesman would only say Prime customer numbers ran into the millions there. Britain is one of Amazon's biggest markets, and its website stocks a mind-blowing 250 million plus different products. Along with food, the big growth area has been fashion. Again, it started off selling other fashion brands, but earlier this year introduced its own label, UK fashion range Find, and built up its own team of fashion designers. So, it sure as hell sounds like Amazon is taking over the world, doesn't it? I mean, at first, they started as a distributor of other goods. Now, they're starting to provide original programming. They're starting to provide clothing. So think about this. Programming and clothing, two very important things to the average consumer. I mean, think about it. What you wear and what you watch really do define you in a lot of ways, don't they? And if Amazon is going to have control of what you wear and what you watch, then what can you do? When it started, Amazon relied on delivery companies to transport goods. Now, it's built up a vast delivery arm with its own planes and network of couriers who compete for work. It has used the same approach in other areas. It began buying content from big movie studios and now commissions its own shows. So, one has to wonder, with all of this going on, with Amazon buying up resources, with Amazon just completely putting their whole selves into basically every aspect of life, how long will it be until Amazon is powerful enough to get into government? I mean, think about it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. What gets people into government? Power. How does someone earn power? By influencing the masses. How does someone influence the masses? Media. Amazon is in media now. So if Amazon wanted to, they could really push for huge change through their programming, through purchasing deals, through all of it. Amazon could make massive change in the way the world is run. Just by acquiring assets, and because of said assets, having the ability to control not only what you watch, but what you buy and how you buy it. So, is this such a bad thing? I mean, it's going to be great for the consumer, I'm sure. Consumer, it's just, yeah, this is great. But think about it. Consumers need money. And how do you get money? Most people get it through a 9-to-5 job. 9-to-5 jobs range in every type of industry. Some of those will be knocked out by Amazon. Many have been. So is it really a good thing if it takes away jobs? Now, some will say it gives jobs, and I have a friend of mine who actually just got employed at Amazon. In fact, Amazon's a huge employer. They need people. So let's think about this. If you are consuming goods from Amazon, watching media from Amazon, and then eventually you have to work for Amazon, Amazon controls your media, controls your purchasing habits, and now it controls your paycheck. Damn. What other controls can you have? Sure looks like they're taking over already. And this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the